everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Guys, this is another DIY. I promised I would have a lot more of these, and if you don't know what DIYs are as far as Foxbody projects go, they're the stuff that you learned to do back when you were broke. You didn't have a dime to your name, but you still want to do something to your car. So that's what we're doing today. Let's go. Alright, so this is what we're doing today, guys. This is a representative of a very well-worn 88 SSP Foxbody Mustang. It needs a lot of stuff, but there is something that you can do very cheap and, you know, in your garage, in your yard, your carport, whatever, in an afternoon, and that's restore all of your trim. As you can see, what happens over time, the finish just kind of erodes and, you know, looks bad. Sometimes it'll just kind of like chip off and just look bad. Like here, the paint's like gone, scratched up. I mean, it just looks bad. And like you can see the mirror here, same deal. It's just in rough shape. Over time, it fades out, just looks bad, and you're kind of like, wow, I really wish, you know, my car didn't look so crappy. So we're going to tackle that today. Now, I'm not going to do all of it. I will eventually, but mainly the portion of this video is just to show you how simple and easy this can be. Now, I'm not going to take this stuff off either. You do need a special tool to remove this trim. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to do it on the car and just not worry about breaking trim, not worry about bending it, because this stuff bends and gets out of shape very easily. Now, the job we're doing today, you can do on the wiper arms, you can do on the mirrors, you can do on the sills here on the door. You can even paint your quarter glasses if you want, at least seal them up. Sometimes you'll get wax inside here and they'll look bad. So you can even paint any of this trim, really, you can do. So to do this project, you really don't need much. Couple of things. You want to have a little wax and grease remover. Now you can use Dawn. I would do this. It's cheap, just a couple of bucks. You want something to tape off with, to mask everything off with. I got this. You can use newspaper, but you definitely are going to need painter's tape so you don't pull any paint off. And then this is trim black. Don't get flat, don't get semi-gloss, don't get gloss. You want a trim black, which is a satin finish. Here's the thing. If you don't use a satin finish, you go and do all your trim, it's not going to look right. I don't care what you do, it is not going to look right. Do yourself a favor, get the satin finish. The SEM is the best. Obviously, there's the number right there, 39143. That is by far the best stuff. You can get it like National Parts Depot. You can get it at paint shops. I don't know if parts stores carry it. Maybe they do. I'm not sure. But that is what you want to use to do your trim. So let's get started. All right, guys. I'm just going to do this little section right here just so you can kind of get an idea of how it looked and all that. And I'm even going to take a picture so we can do a before and after. Boom. There you go. All right. So all I'm really going to do, just kind of scuff this up. It's already pretty freaking rough already. Just going to scuff it up a little bit. Smooth it out just a hair. It's not really all that rough. I'm using an 800 grit. There you go. Nothing to it. Next up, I'm going to hit it with some wax and grease remover. Make sure I got everything off. Alright, now let's tape this area off. So I'm going to put some color down. Okay guys, so this is kind of what we're working with. As you can see, when you take the tape, you can actually slide it up under the edges of the trim because it doesn't sit totally flat against the body. You can slide it up under, like right here, you can see slid up underneath there. It's not going to be pretty. No, I'm not a painter, but you know what? This is going to look great when it's done. So it's taped off. I'm just going to hold the can low so we don't get a bunch of overspray. I had it shaken up at the store I bought it from. So let's put a little color down and see how this looks. Alright guys, so real quick coat, nothing heavy, just kind of put it on like salt and pepper kind of just to get a little bit down, and gonna give that a little bit of time to dry up and we'll hit it with another coat. So if you look at the directions here, and this is what I'm following, your coats, as far as when you're actually laying down the color, 2 to 3 medium wet coat, 3 to 5 minutes between coats, and that's what we're doing. And as you can see, almost dry. It's been down just a couple of minutes and it's already taken on that nice satin shine, looking good. It's still got some pits in it. It's not perfect. The main thing I'm doing right now is just trying to cover up the areas like this here where the actual color was gone and it just looks bad. You can do a more thorough job taking these apart and sanding them completely smooth, but the objective today is just to get rid of all the white stuff that's showing up underneath the metal that makes them really look bad. So about to hit it with another coat and consider this section done. Alright guys, so after a little bit of dry time, you can see I was kind of worried about that second coat, but it actually laid down really flat. You see it's a nice satin shine. That's why you use trim black, because you want that satin shine. Anything else is not going to look right. Now here's the deal with this stuff. Obviously you can do some primer, you can do some sanding, because this is not perfect. This is original trim. We scuffed it, sprayed it. All we're doing today is, you know, something really fast you can do in your driveway to bring back your trim and make it look how it looked from the factory instead of all faded out and chipped and all that stuff like the original stuff. Doing the entire car does take a lot of time, but you can do it in sections like this. Stuff like the mirrors you can pull off, you know, and it's a lot easier when you don't have to tape off sections. You can actually do the door belt moldings, I mean, and those actually come off too a lot easier than, you know, some of the other window trims and stuff like that. These areas right here, do the same with that. But eventually we're going to do the entire car, take the wiper arms off, the cowl grate, all that stuff, and hit it again with that trim black. You will not believe, you know, even if your paint is still bad, which this car does need paint, just having your trim black makes a world of freaking difference. So, and again, it's not perfect, but it's black. So it's not standing out and looking like that. Alright guys, so there you have it. I hope you like this. I was planning to do the entire thing, you know, and show you the results of what it looked like doing the entire trim area. And unfortunately, it's just one of those where the masking and the waiting and the drying takes so long. I figured just doing this section would be enough so that you could kind of get a feel for what it took. And again, all you need, you don't need this paper. Just grab you some newspaper. You need some painter's tape, Scotch-Brite, or some like 800 or 1000 sandpaper, because all you're doing, you're not totally flattening this out unless you want to. All I'm doing right now is just scuffing it up, get a nice, you know, get a nice tack on it, and eliminate all the chips and stuff. Make sure you use trim black. It's the best stuff. It doesn't have to be SEM, but always use trim black, and then hit it with some wax and grease remover. That keeps away the fish eyes and stuff like that. So slowly but surely, I've got a bunch of little projects we're going to do on this 88 SSP. If you caught the video a while back, we did the wire tuck on it, totally free. just like this, you know, I don't know, 15, 20 bucks to do projects like that. And those are the kind of projects you can do when you don't have a bunch of money to, you know, throw at your car for whatever reason, but you can still go out and, you know, make it better, improve it, make it look better. Again, guys, stuff like this, the wiper arms right here, super easy to take off the car. Scuff them up, hit them with some trim black, your cowl vent, your mirrors, even your door handles. Do the door handles. Absolutely makes a world of difference as far as how the car looks. And you know, it's one of those where you can't really put your finger on it, but you're like, man, the car looks really good. So there you go, guys. Do those free stuff. You don't always have to pop open a catalog or, you know, open up your laptop and spend a bunch of money to make your car look better. You really can do little stuff like this and improve the appearance of your car. Have some fun, learn some new techniques, and, you know, get that satisfaction of doing stuff yourself, because at the end of the day, it really does matter. So there you go. Another DIY project is in the books. Go do yours. Send me some pictures. Let me know how it came out. I guarantee you'll love the results. And in the meantime, please give me a big thumbs up. Make sure you smash that subscribe button. And go do some DIY with your beast. Later, y'all.